Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, April 16th, 2026. I am Annika Spalding, the Director of Development here at the Amarillo Little Theater. And this is Thursdays at 3, where I go live every Thursday to get you caught up on what's happening this week at ALT. Oh, there we go. Fix that little background there. This season, Thursdays at 3, is very generously sponsored by our good friends at Realty Central Services. Cindy Bulla is the owner and broker at Realty Central and is a longtime supporter and champion of ALT. Realty Central is a women-owned, full-service real estate brokerage providing unparalleled customer service backed by decades of experience, industry service, and property rights advocacy. So if you're in need of real estate service and you love ALT, consider heading over to amarillo.realestate and using Realty Central Services. Guess what? Our playbill ads for our 2026-2027 season, our 99th season, are now on sale. If you're interested in hearing more information about how your business can purchase ad space in our playbill, seen by over 30,000 patrons each season, contact me and I will get you all of the info. I'll slap my email right up here. You can contact me and I will give you all the information on how to advertise your business in our playbill. Very, very exciting. And also Academy summer camps are coming up. These are always a really big hit. The camp schedule is now live on the Academy page of our website. Registration will begin on May 11th, but if you head over to our website and click over on the Academy tab and scroll down, you'll see the 2026 summer camp schedule. You can go in there and see which camps might work for your child or yourself. We have adult camps too, the best, and then plan for that and be ready on May 11th to register because these camps do fill up really quickly. They are quite popular. So don't miss out on that. Head over to our website at amarillo-littletheater.org and head over to the Academy page to take a look at that schedule. The second weekend of Silent Sky begins tonight and runs through Sunday. Written by playwright Lauren Gunderson, Silent Sky tells the story of 19th century astronomer Henrietta Leavitt. The show draws from the true story of 3 female astronomers working at the Harvard Observatory in the early 1900s. I really want you to see this poignant story running at the Adventure Space April 9th through the 19th. The reviews for this show have been glowing. Our staff gets forwarded all of the reviews that people send in throughout the week after they're sent the "What did you think?" email. And let me tell you something, it is glowing review after glowing review after glowing review. People are loving this show. And I have to tell you, I'm going to say this for the girls who are backstage right now, who I'm going to chat with a little bit later. Almost every single review mentions how incredible the acting is. Almost every single one. They are going off about how well this cast works together. I know they're back there like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, take that compliment because wow, not everybody says that in reviews. Like people are going on and on and on about the acting. So, and I'm so excited for that. I haven't had a chance to see the show yet. I'm so excited to see it this weekend. I read the script last year and I thought, oh my gosh, this is such a stunning script. This cast needs to be just right to pull this off. And it sounds like it is. It really sounds like it is. So if that wasn't enough to push you to get your tickets, then I can't help you. But get your tickets to see the show. You're not going to want to miss it. In fact, this Sunday, April 19th, we're going to have ASL interpreters at the matinee performance, the final performance of Silent Sky. If you have more questions about where you can be seated closest to the ASL interpreters, contact our box office. They can help you out with that. It is open seating at the Adventure Space, but the box office can steer you in the right direction with that. Very, very exciting, especially with the subject matter of this story. It's so amazing that we have ASL interpreters, period. I'm so glad that we've started that, but specifically for this show, very pumped about that. Also, with Silent Sky, we're just drawing you in every single possible area. ALT is honored to partner with PPHM during the run of Silent Sky. We love the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum around here. They have created a pop-up exhibit at the Adventure Space inspired by the show. In the lobby, as soon as you walk in, you'll see artifacts from PPHM's permanent collection, specially selected for the exhibit based on the women's suffrage movement, early 20th century science, and the 1900 to 1920 time span of the production. PPHM did, as you can see, a beautiful display in our Turk lobby that I want to tell you about. If you didn't see it during ragtime, they did an incredible display in the Turk lobby during ragtime that was so beautiful. It was all these clothes from the time period that ragtime took place during our run of the show in November. And it was so awesome. If you missed it, you really missed out. So make sure to check out this display, get your tickets to see Silent Sky. And you've got a little something to do in the lobby, which is really cool. So definitely check that out when you go. So much work went into that. We're very, very proud of it. Tickets are going to go on sale to the public this coming Monday, April 20th, for School of Rock, running at the main stage April 30th through May 17th. Tickets are currently on sale to members this week. So if you're a member, call the box office or go online to reserve your tickets before they go on sale to the public so you can get the best seats possible. And while we're talking about members, if you'd like to become a season ticket holder for our 2026-2027 99th season at ALT, and why on earth would you not want to be a season ticket holder? You can purchase all levels of memberships now. I'll go ahead and put our upper level memberships up here on the screen so you can see those. Our prices have not gone up this year, which is always a great thing. Those are our upper level memberships, and these are the rest of our memberships. So you have so many different options to be a season ticket holder here at ALT. And it has so many perks, including the ability to reserve tickets at least 1 week ahead of the general public. And if you're an upper level member, which are those upper level members at the top, the patron, the sponsor, and the angel members, you get to reserve 2 weeks ahead of the general public, which means you're always guaranteed the very best seats that we have. So if you're interested in becoming an ALT member, contact our box office. They can get you set up with that, or you can purchase those memberships online through our website, which is great too. And that money goes to support the theater. The earlier you get your season ticket memberships, the better. It's so helpful for the theater to have that. So if you're interested in that, or if you need more information, definitely contact our box office. They'll be able to help you out with all of the questions that you can get answered. And let's check out our volunteer opportunities for the week. We have so many this week, and we really need your help. Okay, so Lissa sent out this email today. She says, "Hey Warriors, just a reminder that this Saturday, April 18th, we will be having a paint call at the main stage beginning at 10 a.m. This is for School of Rock. Come one, come all to help get this set painted. We have not had any signups for the weekend. So does that guilt you enough into coming? Please sign up and come help us with work call this weekend. If you can lend a hand, even if it's just for an hour, we would love to have you. We love it when people RSVP so that we can have a great head count for lunch. If you are able to come to work call and you can stay for lunch, go ahead and shoot Lissa an email. Her information is here on the screen, or you can call her at the box office and let her know you're going to be there so we can get a head count for lunch. If you're able to come at all, please let us know. Please let us know. Or if you're not going to stay for lunch, just show up. Just show up anytime. But we desperately need your help this weekend for work call for School of Rock. And then when you come and see the show, you'll know you had a hand in making the set so stunning and beautiful. So that's your payment. Also for Silent Sky, Sunday still needs help for ushering and concessions for Silent Sky. If you would like to help sign up for ushering and concessions, again, I'll put Lissa's information up here. You can shoot her an email or call her at the box office. And if you'd like to get added to our volunteer emails, go ahead and email Lissa again, or call her at the box office. She can get you added to these emails, so you'll get these every single Tuesday. Strike for Silent Sky will begin about 4:30 p.m. Be sure to wear closed-toed shoes and bring gloves and a drill, BYOD. Bring your own drill if you have one. If you're planning on stopping by for paint call or strike, again, go ahead and RSVP to Lissa Guerin. I'll throw that information up here again. We love an RSVP around here so we can get high quality head counts so we can feed everyone, because we'll feed you at strike too. So if you're interested in that, we would definitely love your help. Contact Lissa or call the box office to let her know that you can help out with those things. And we would really appreciate it. Okay, I'm excited about this interview I'm about to do. So let's go ahead and keep things moving with our volunteer of the week. All right, congratulations to Jenny Ingracia. Jenny was instrumental in getting the PPHM lobby display set up at the Adventure Space and served as dramaturg for Silent Sky. She led the Silent Sky Talkback this past Sunday and is present at every show giving info on the lobby display. Jason says, Jenny has the museum knowledge, but the theater passion. And we are so, so grateful for her love and commitment to both PPHM and to ALT. So Jenny, congratulations. If you all know Jenny, let her know that she is our volunteer of the week. We love our volunteers of the week. It's like a little acknowledgement here on Thursdays at 3, but from the staff, it really means a lot to us when we have these incredible people who are so dedicated to ALT and elevating our productions the way that Jenny has elevated Silent Sky. So thank you to Jenny. If you're seeing this and you know her, please pass on our gratitude to her. We're so grateful for her. Okay, I'm going to skip breaking Broadway news today so I can get more time with my two guests because I have a feeling we have a whole lot to talk about. I am so excited to chat with them today. I am thrilled to welcome Silent Sky cast members Natalie, Lawson, and Joanna Kimbell. Hi, my friends.
Hi.
I know you guys are so busy. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me about this beautiful show. I heard you guys had a very smooth Hell Week, which is kind of unheard of. I really want to hear about that, and a hugely successful opening weekend, at least based on the reviews that I'm getting every single day. I want to know, how was Hell Week for you guys, and how did you feel at the end of the first weekend of shows?
Well, this whole cast has just been so incredibly dedicated this entire rehearsal period that we were running the show for at least a week before Tech Week started.
Wow.
So by the time we added the tech elements, and that is its own bucket of worms because of Prince of Egypt ending and then Tech Week starting that night. We added the lights and sounds on Monday, but man, everyone involved in that transfer of lights did a phenomenal job because it was just there and we were ready.
Oh my gosh. To that point, I have to say, for people who don't fully understand what we're talking about here, so Noah, when he is lighting shows, we don't have enough instruments to spread between both spaces. So Noah had to wait for Prince of Egypt to close before he could move the lighting elements that he needed from the main stage over to the adventure space. And anyone who's watching who might be interested in donating to this incredibly worthy and noble cause, I am currently working on a grant to get new lenses.
Good.
We just purchased a bunch of lighting instruments from Trinity Fellowship, but we need lenses to put in them, and it's like a $6,500 project. But we want to be able to get those so that we can light the adventure space and light the main stage and not have to share elements between the spaces, because it's so much work on Noah and the tech team to have to do that. It will save them so much time while they're building sets and doing all the amazing, brilliant things that they do, if we don't have to transfer elements from main stage to adventure space. So that is what Natalie is referring to. And thank you for acknowledging that, because I know this tech team they work so hard every single day, and we have to acknowledge them.
Well, speaking of acknowledging, Natalie took lead on a really critical thing that happened during our Tech Week.
Okay.
The play has a soundtrack that goes with it.
Okay.
And particular lines need to be timed out to beats in the music in order for the music and in order for the scenes to end correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And Natalie really stepped up, listened. I mean, we all listened to the music, but she led rehearsals in the ladies' dressing room to make sure we were timing. Don't be too modest on this, Natalie. That was critical. And yes, we are all highly disciplined to the point that, Natalie, we keep saying, okay, do we want her to run it again? And the answer was always yes.
Yeah.
I think we ran it 5 or 6 times. Nobody was saying no, but she took lead on that. And just to add that extra layer and get into the emotion even more, it added so much flavor and detail to the show.
See, I appreciate that kind of effort so much, because already our volunteer actors, like I said, are volunteers. They are not getting paid. And it's always so inspiring to me when people who are volunteering their time take it that extra, like, is it fine? Is it acceptable as is? Would the audience still be good? Yeah, probably, but we're going to take it from here to here, because we're here, we're volunteering our precious time away from families, away from jobs, away from all the things that we're doing. We're going to make it worth our while. We're going to make it worth the audience's while. And we're going to take our volunteer time and we're going to elevate it to the next level, because there's so much passion. And I love that. I so appreciate that, Natalie.
Mm-hmm. Well, this music is just amazing too. And Harley, who is
beautiful.
running our sound and did a little bit of mixing to
Mhm.
have all of that timing be perfect. Man, they have just done a fabulous job.
Oh my gosh. And for those of you who haven't seen the show yet, our adventure space has gone from purple to black. It is now officially, I've always wanted it to be black. I'm so excited it
Yes.
finally is. Way to go, Carrie Huckabee, for pushing for that. I love it. I think it's gonna make our future shows all that much better because that black is just so neutral.
It is.
It's so perfect.
At the same time, and we've talked about this, actually, you and I, Natalie, were talking about it just yesterday. I still love the fact that the ceiling is purple because that particular shade of purple is part of ALT history. It's not even a color that's made by any paint manufacturer anymore, but there's one paint store in Amarillo who keeps it on record. It is known as ALT purple.
I did not know that, Joanna.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you heard it here first, you guys.
So keep the ceiling purple, maybe keep the risers purple too. So we've got that bit of our own lore and legend. At the same time, let it be a true black box.
Yeah, I mean, it is, and it's beautiful too. It really looks cool in there. And the set, I cannot wait to see the show. I'm so excited. Okay, Natalie, can you tell everyone a little bit about Silent Sky and who you play in the show?
Yes, so I play Henrietta Leavitt in Silent Sky, and Silent Sky is about Henrietta's journey of discovery of working at the Harvard Observatory and using the work that she does there to create the period luminosity relation. So that is basically, in layman's terms, measuring the light distance of stars and using that measurement to be applied into other areas of astronomy.
That's what Natalie said. I trust you. I don't know.
The amazing thing about the script is that we are talking about, if you wanted to, you could get really deep into these very technical scientific concepts, but the playwright has taken them and extracted beautiful symbolism that runs throughout and goes with the themes of the show, and uses it all as a vehicle for the passion of the characters that ends up, you see, as part of the core of their identities. So yes, it is a play about science, but it's a play about human beings.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful, just the variation and the amount of emotion that's packed into this one little script.
I am so excited just to see all of the different layers of, obviously, the work that Henrietta Leavitt did, and to know that this is based on a true story, but also to see all of the different layers that you guys, as talented actors and the full cast, are bringing to the characters. I'm so excited. And like I said, based on these reviews, this acting they're knocking it out of the park. I'm so excited. Joanna, I want to hear a little bit about how your character fits into the whole scheme of things.
Annie is so much fun to play. Some new challenges for me, which I deeply appreciate. She starts out kind of as Henrietta's boss in a way.
Okay.
But very quickly she starts to see this is someone else who shares her passion for the work. And so then there's kind of a mentor protege thing, but then it quickly turns into, no, this is my colleague. This is somebody who I want to keep working with, who I deeply respect. And then it turns into, wait, this is my friend. And it's been unique for me because this is the first character, really, I kept thinking back, the first character I've ever played at ALT who significantly evolves and changes over the course of the show.
Oh, interesting.
And that has been so much fun to figure out, where are her emotional beats? If this is where she ends up and this is where she begins, how do I plan and plot this out and build her in a believable way for the audience?
A good arc. I love a good arc. I'm so glad that you're getting that experience, Joanna. That's so exciting.
Thank you. Me too.
Very, very cool. I have to ask you guys how it's been performing the script with Artemis 2 dominating the headlines.
Wow.
So
How
cool.
serendipitous for ALT with the timing. People in the reviews think we planned it out on purpose. Like we're in on NASA's plans.
Yeah.
They're keeping ALT apprised just in case we can work something out. Yeah, you would think that we planned it, as perfectly timed as that was. It must feel so empowering to tell such a women-led story, written by a woman, directed by a female. I want to chat with you guys about how that's been the last few weeks.
Natalie, if you want to start.
Yeah, so the night that Artemis 2 did the splashdown, people were literally watching it on their phone coming into their seats. Like, and I think every person that went through the meet and greet line was like, oh my gosh, Artemis 2, and you, and this is awesome, and like there was so much excitement. It was palpable in the theater, and I think that let the audience really buy into the given circumstances of this play and just accept that story and be a part of that story in the intimate space that is the adventure space so much more, to where I hope it truly has touched people in a way that they are inspired to learn, do, and achieve more than they thought possible.
Absolutely. Joanna, what do you have to say about it all?
Well, the women's issues related to the play have been really interesting. There's a subplot about voters' rights and the suffragette movement. It was really great. One of the first 2 nights, I think it may have been Friday night of the first week, we had a school group in, and they'd recently been doing a play about the suffragettes by the same playwright.
Wow.
So they were already in tune with that, and they got to see another angle of that same issue.
So cool.
Which is simply amazing that we had these students in there, and their enthusiasm when they came through the line in the lobby afterwards was wonderful. They were eager to talk about those things.
Yeah. Yeah, so amazing. It just adds another layer of, like you guys said, of buy-in as an audience member when there's all of these stories with women in science dominating the headlines right now, to think to all that long time ago that this all started all the way back then. It's just so amazing. Natalie, I'd love to hear more about your background with ASL and your experience with playing Henrietta Leavitt, and what all you can bring to the table with that being in your background.
Yeah, so my day job is I'm a sign language interpreter for Amarillo College. So I work in the classroom, really hands-on, if you will. So I am right there. It's an intimate setting because it's just me and usually one student on a one-on-one basis. But yeah, seeing Henrietta Leavitt is specifically a hard of hearing astronomer. I saw that on the audition notice and I was like, well, I have to throw my hat in. This is just so in my world. I couldn't have asked for a better character to be honored to portray on stage. So what that process has been like for me is, since she is a real person, obviously a lot of source material that I can look at. Biographies about her. I read 2 books about her, very interesting. One was more astronomy based, which I absorbed as much as I could. So just getting to find the points of her life that are in the play accurately represented, and then maybe not so like historically based, to melt that together, and then to have the understanding of a hard of hearing person's experience, to fuel that fire of, she's already been telling no because she's a woman, and she 1000% faced that discrimination because of her disability. So that just adds a fire under Henrietta that I feel like I can accurately portray on stage.
I mean, I just love hearing that I want to say, I've noticed at ALT through all of these years that I've been a part of ALT, that when we have shows that call for a specific situation, like Henrietta Leavitt being hard of hearing and what that role requires, somehow the stars align and the right, I'm right, aren't I?
Yes.
I just got the stars aligned. Oh my God. Somehow the stars align and the right people just happen to fall into place for the, it's a weird cosmic, I really believe that. Like there is something going on where the right people are in the right place at the right time. Because what a boon for ALT that you were available, Natalie, with everything you have going on in your world, that you were available for this role, because your background is just so incredibly perfect and conducive to what you can bring from your real life experience into this role. I'm just so excited for ALT that we're going to get that bit of truth that really can't be acted the same way if you didn't have that experience, that lived experience coming into it. And I'm sure it's enhanced your experience as an actor, bringing that from your real life into the process.
Well, and the community response, everyone is so excited for the ASL interpreter performance that is on this Sunday. I have been getting texts, and people have been reaching out to me just on every social media platform, students, members of the deaf community, my friends and family that are like, oh my gosh, we have to come to the ASL interpreter performance because this is what you do. And this is kind of my resume packed all into one beautiful show.
That is going to be really special for the people who are there, just to be able to watch this woman's story who was hard of hearing, and to see, even if it's out of the corner of your eye, the ASL interpreter interpreting the show. That gives me chills just thinking about it. And it just goes to show how important, and you guys can probably speak on this too, how important access is. I'm so excited that ALT is now offering ASL interpreters at our shows. It's been so beneficial, especially when our audio equipment maybe isn't working the best on that day and the ASL interpreters are there. We've heard people rave about that, how glad they were that was happening. And just to show our community that we are actually here for everyone, whether it's ASL interpreters being at performances of our shows or the Checkout ALT library program. We're trying really hard to grant more and more access to as many people in our community as possible. It's so exciting to see.
Yeah, most recently I got to interpret Prince of Egypt with Tracy Prather, the other interpreter that was teaming with me, and a hard of hearing woman that we were interpreting for just was in tears by the end of it, because she was like, I accepted that live theater is just something I'm not going to be able to go to in Amarillo. And so thank you, and thank you ALT for partnering with local interpreters to be able to give the magic of what happens on ALT stages to a whole nother community.
Oh my gosh, it's so powerful. And honestly, for those of us who aren't hard of hearing, I think it's powerful for us. I was at that performance of the Prince of Egypt that you were interpreting. It adds, and like I said before, it adds an extra layer of depth, not just for the people who need it and who are assisted in being able to see the show in the way that they are able to, but for us to be able to kind of see that out of the corner of our eye, it really warms my heart. It warms my heart to know that we're expanding access to everyone we possibly can. And I just know that those audience members this coming Sunday it's going to be a real treat for them not just see the final performances of shows are always extra special because the cast is just wanting to give it the last final. I know that that's going to happen with this one, but to have that added layer when it's also woven into the story, how special for y'all. So cool. Okay, so Preston Moore is here and he says, can't wait to take the stage with you guys again. 3 days was too long. You gotta love that when you have a small cast at the Adventure Space and you're excited to get back together again. That's always a good sign.
Yes.
Always a good sign. And Michelle Johnson says, hello, ladies. Hope you guys have an incredible week of Silent Sky. So exciting. Okay, so I also want to talk to you guys about your experience at the Adventure Space. Just it's so different doing a play at the Adventure Space versus a play at the main stage or a musical at the main stage. The Adventure Space is such a hyper specific venue. I'd love to hear what either one of you or both of you have to say about your experience doing Silent Sky in a much smaller performance space.
I really enjoy it, and it's such a good script for that space too, because we're talking about sometimes some very intimate human emotions, and so doing it in an intimate space makes a lot of sense. But also, I like the Adventure Space because you can do more subtle things.
Yeah.
With, you know, a little more with micro expressions than maybe would read from the main stage. And one thing we've enjoyed so much is all 5 of us are acting all the time when we're on stage. So there are little bits between Kayla and I when other things are happening on stage, and there are little mini stories that are happening. We couldn't do that on the main stage to the same degree. Some of it would be lost, but we're able to add so much texture, and the audience really responds to it.
That's so great. That is one of the benefits of being at the Adventure Space, because of the added things that you can do, like you said, that would never be seen even from the front row of the main stage. Yeah, it's so much more intimate, and it's so exciting that way. I love that. I love that. I want to hear what it's been like for you guys working with this small cast and with Carrie Huckabee directing.
Oh man, Carrie has just been a phenomenal director to be able to work with. Specifically in the Adventure Space, she was very adamant about, we are using every inch of the stage. We are not going to leave any bit of this stage untouched. And that is definitely shows, because we are from tape to tape to tape, acting everywhere in the space.
Awesome.
This is actually my first time meeting and working with Carrie was auditions. And so it has been great to get to know her and her husband, Nolan, who has worked as our assistant director. She has her vision and she will execute it. That is just point blank period what's about to happen. And it showed, and she was so prepared for every rehearsal that it made just everything run that much smoother.
Oh, that's fantastic. Joanna, I'd love to hear about your experience too.
Well, I've been privileged to work with Carrie and Nolan before. It's to the point now when I know what show she's going to direct, if it is possible at all with my work schedule, I want to audition for that show, because every time she casts me in a role where I learn something either about myself as a person or about myself as an actor. In this case, it's both. This show is going to have a huge lasting impact on me, but it's really due to her, deciding to give me this opportunity and then helping to guide me as a performer into seeing everything that the character could be to match her vision. So it's always really special to do a show with her.
Yeah, she's such a special lady and loves ALT. That's very, very clear, and always a strong vision with her direction, which is always such a beautiful thing as an actor and as an audience member, because you can tell that when a director has a really strong vision. Can you both talk a little bit about why ALT is so important in our community and why it's so beneficial to have an arts organization like this to tell these types of stories?
Yeah, we've kind of touched on the accessibility of it in the hard of hearing and deaf community lens, but also the accessibility of price-wise, of having this here and not having to travel to even Lubbock to go see these phenomenal theater experiences. It is, and we have the ALT does the checking out through the library for even more accessibility throughout the community. It's just, amazing. Unfortunately, theater has become increasingly expensive to view as well as to produce, but I'm not, that's not my world. I see the theater. So have that at an affordable price locally it's impacting the community in ways that we will not be able to understand as actors and as regular patrons ourselves.
For sure.
We had some students last week from Dumas. A few of them mentioned this was the first play they've ever seen.
Wow.
And that hits right here.
Yeah.
You know, to have the privilege and the honor of being the first performers that these people have witnessed. And they are absolutely a part of the community. They're, you know, some of them may stay here as they grow up. And who knows how theater may impact their lives going forward. But just the fact that we are there. And one of my coworkers, her two kids went to their very first live show, and it was seeing Frozen at ALT this season. I got to usher the day they were there, and I was so excited. These two little kids that I've known since they were born, and this was their first ever show.
Oh my gosh.
How many times does that happen and we don't even know it?
Yeah.
But we could be the start of somebody's love for the performing arts.
Absolutely. You know, I love the story that Shannon Mashburn tells about coming here for a school performance.
That's right.
Like in second grade.
Yes.
Here she is decades later. I won't say how many, Shannon. Still a huge part of ALT and such a part of our heartbeat. It's just amazing that we could penetrate someone's heart at such a young age and that they're still around. I mean, half of our staff are former Academy kids, which is so exciting. And just so you guys know, and so everyone watching knows, when we're talking about access and our Checkout ALT library program, that program started in the fall of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
In 2.5 years, it has grown 133%.
Beautiful.
In 2.5 years. So there's demand for it. People are getting access to theater who really want it. And hopefully we'll get even more grant money to be able to offer even more tickets to our community, which we're very excited about. So we're just so honored that people want to come through our doors. Community is so important right now. We want to add to that. We want to make sure to give people new and interesting experiences off of screens, to come and be with other people and learn different stories and empathy and, you know, maybe even be a part of our community. There's always a place for anyone on stage or off. You don't have to be on stage if you don't want to. We know there are lots of people who don't want to be a part of it on stage, but we've got places for everyone. Work call, costuming, help backstage. We need all the hands we can get, ushering and concessions, of course, and with a fantastic community. Before we go, do you guys have anything else you want to add before we let you go for the day?
I just want to give a shout out for costumes and wigs on this show. Just amazing.
Oh my gosh.
There's at the talk back on Sunday, that was one thing that we discussed. The costumes, you think you know your character, and then you put on the full costume, and in my case, the full wig, and you'd find new dimensions, new layers.
Yeah.
And it's just a phenomenal experience. And I love my costumes and my wig. I love these moments of things that I would never, ever wear. Colors I would never wear, silhouettes, designs, never.
Yeah.
But I put it on and I'm like, yes, that's Annie.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
And it's such a delight to do that.
Oh, that's so cool. What about you, Natalie? Anything else you want to add before we let you guys go?
Yeah, so this is my first season really being involved in ALT, and I just want to restate how welcoming of a community this is, how easy it is to get hooked on ALT.
Definitely.
We're kind of cultish like that.
A cult in a good way, though.
In a good way. The good kind of cult, you know?
But I have just felt nothing but love from all of the
Good.
ALT community, and being able to act as interpreter and as actor has been amazing here. So thank you all.
And as an associate director, too.
And as assistant director, yes.
Thank you. There you go.
I love that. Anytime we can help anyone in our community find a new place and a deeper passion for the arts, we've done our job. We reap the benefits of, once we find you guys, what you do with your space here is the biggest gift to us. And both of you, I can speak from experience, have given back so much to ALT. And I can speak on behalf of the entire staff when I'd say thank you so much for continuing to commit to ALT, for bringing your specific and unique talents to this place. All of these different types of people from all different types of backgrounds with all different levels of talent in all these different areas is what makes ALT this mosaic of all of these different gifts. And it's so cool from my vantage point to be able to be here kind of all day, every day, and seeing all these different people come in and out, people rehearsing during the day, coming in and helping out with sets, chatting with cast members on Thursdays at 3, and getting to hear some of the behind the scenes stuff that's going on when I'm not here and you guys are here in the evenings. It's so fantastic, just all of the different stories that are taking place. And as we're getting closer to our 100th season, it is so cool to know that we're, like I said, we're sort of this mosaic of all of these different stories that are being told, but that are also being written every single day. All of these stories of you guys finding this place and how it's impacting your lives and how your commitment to this place is impacting us and making us so much better to a point where we're going to be here another 100 years, God willing, knock on wood. So I just want to say how grateful I am to both of you. I love popping into auditions and seeing both of your beautiful faces. Because I know if you're going to get cast, it's going to be a fantastic show. That's always I'm like, okay, good. We're fine. We're going to be fine. But I'm so grateful for you guys. And I really appreciate you joining me. I know how busy it is. Thursdays at 3:00 is kind of an insane time to get into your day and chat with you. But I just know that these last 4 performances are going to be so amazing. And I want to wish you the best of luck and break all the legs this weekend.
Thank you, Annika.
Y'all are amazing. I'm so grateful for you. Oh, and Kaylin Phillip is here. She says, I love being backstage. It's the best seat in the house. Kaylin, you've been so special ever since you came around ALT. We're so grateful for you. Thank you so much, both of you, again, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Guys, get your tickets to see Silent Sky because it only has 4 performances left. Again, you guys break a leg this weekend. We'll be right back here next Thursday at 3:00 for Thursdays at 3. And y'all have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.